Yo, what's going on, people? What's going on? All right. So let's get it popping. You weak ass Negro bitches must be extinct too. These weak ass Negro males must go extinct alongside with you weak ass Negro females. Hell, if it wasn't for you weak ass Negro females, a lot of these weak ass Negro males wouldn't exist too, bitch. You ain't shit. Now, on my prior video called The Weak Ass Negro Male Must Be Extinct, I changed the title to that. I spoke about eugenics. And I spoke about how I am a proponent of eugenics. And in the past, when the eugenics movement was sweeping across the United States of America and also Europe, I stated that I didn't have an issue when it comes to the existence of eugenics. I just have an issue when it comes to how eugenics was used. Eugenics in the past, especially within the United States of America, was used to target many people within specific racial groups and ethnic groups, and it was targeted to sterilize people within a certain economic class, and it was also used to sterilize people who have physical disabilities. I disagree when it comes to using eugenics in that specific form. I believe eugenics should be used to sterilize dysfunctional ass motherfuckers. All right? People who have shown through their behaviors and actions that they do not deserve to reproduce. Shalom, shalom, Stoic One, shalom, Shabbat shalom. So all my Hebrew Israelites abroad, I bid you Shabbat shalom, and also belated Happy New Year also, because April 1st was the new year within the Hebrew calendar. But going back to what I'm fucking talking about. So eugenics should be used to target and sterilize people whose behaviors and actions have shown to be very dysfunctional and is not conducive for children to be born and raised in, right? And a lot of these weak ass Negro females fit that fucking description. Hell, if you think about it, a lot of these weak ass Negro females are voluntarily putting themselves in the position of modern day eugenics as they go and destroy their fetus when they go out there and abort their children in astronomically high fucking rates. So my thing is, fuck it. Don't sit there and kill instead of killing another life, instead of killing an innocent person who didn't get a chance to be born yet, who didn't get a chance to live their life yet, these same bitches who abort their children should just go all the way and just sterilize themselves. You know, get a forced sterilization. Go through eugenics. Do a forced sterilization if it was still legal. You know, you might as well cut off your motherfucking cut your motherfucking fallopian tubes off and shit like that. Remove your tubes, remove your ovaries, you know what I'm saying? And not reproduce. Instead of killing an innocent life that's growing inside of your womb. All right? No. Hold on, Sigma American Arcana. I'm not saying to exterminate certain demographics. I'm saying exterminate certain people within certain demographics. Dysfunctional people within certain demographics. Let's be specifically clear. I'm not saying to exterminate certain demographics. I'm saying exterminate dysfunctional people within a certain demographic. Instead of aborting innocent babies, a lot of these bitches should just remove their fucking tubes and not have the ability to reproduce at all. Fuck these bitches. Now, am I saying that every single so-called black female fits the description of what I'm talking about? Of course not. I gotta add that to all the slow motherfuckers sitting in the back of the bus. I gotta add that. I gotta put that disclaimer. Because some jackass is going to come with this straw man argument saying, well, no, not all females fit that description. Shut the fuck up. We would not be having the many weak-ass Negro males in this society if it wasn't for you weak-ass Negro females reproducing. And because a lot of you weak-ass Negro females are immature, irresponsible, you do not have what it takes to raise healthy children. Thus, when you reproduce and put these weak-ass children in this earth, they come up, grow up to be fucking retards. To the point that they outnumber the functional human beings on this earth. Thus, society is the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, Sigma, I don't give a fuck if he listens or not. I don't care. I don't care. Like, why are you mentioning this motherfucker? Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if he listens or not. I'm speaking about something more important than his weak ass. Fuck him. Y'all niggas need to. Y'all niggas need to stop being fixated on certain individuals. But anyhow, moving on, right? Yeah. And the fact that, and this is what's so funny, right? Here's what I find so funny when it comes to these weak ass Negro females. It's like now, right now, when you look at social media right now, you got a lot of these weak ass Negro females. If they don't, it's like if they don't hop on the divestment bandwagon or the interracial bandwagon, they hop on this fake black love bandwagon, and then they start talking about, can't we just love each other? Why don't we as black men and women stop fighting amongst each other and just love each other? That's Norse code for, hey, listen, I don't want to take accountability and responsibility for the damage that I've contributed in so-called black society. I don't like it when the opposite sex of my race is telling the truth about my bad behavior. So let's just not talk about that and pretend that the negative things that I've contributed to society does not exist. And let's pretend as if we get along with each other. That's really what it is. That's really what it is with these weak ass bitches. They ain't shit, just like these weak ass niggas. Oh, okay, I get it. A lot of you hoes saw my video yesterday talking about how these how the weak Negro male must be extinct and think that I'm on your side. Bitch, I'm not on any one of y'all side because y'all both fucked up. A lot of you so-called black males and females are full of fucking shit. Fuck both of y'all. You niggas ain't shit and you hoes ain't shit neither. Motherfucker. I can't stand either one of y'all. Talking about let's love each other. First of all, love, when it comes to love, what's included within love, if you love somebody, you will be honest with somebody. And to be honest with somebody is to acknowledge when you are wrong. See, the thing is, with these fake ass bitches talking about let's just love each other. Let's just engage in black love. Oh, black love is a revolutionary thing. Bitch, sit your fake ass Eldridge Cleaver, fake ass Rosa Parks ass down, bitch. The fuck? You know, if so-called black males and females were to ever come back to supposedly engage in some black love, right? First, you're going to have to acknowledge accountability for your part that you play in destroying so-called black society. Acknowledge it, take accountability for it, and do the necessary actions to reverse the damage that you contributed or that you took part of when it comes to the dysfunctional so-called black community that we have today. Bitch. That's what the fuck you do. If you really serious about let's love each other. And to be fair, these weak ass Negro males must do the same if they truly believe in that shit. But back to you hoes. Back to you motherfucking hoes, right? And this whole divestment thing. Like, honestly, like, to tell you the truth, like I always say, I don't give a fuck if any male or female decide to date interracially. Right? I don't give a fuck about that. But do you think your problems go away if you date someone or marry someone of a different racial ethnic group than you? Especially when you've been the cause of a lot of fucking problems? Well, do you think a motherfucker of a different race or ethnic group would just tolerate your bullshit? I mean, come on, this shit sounds stupid as hell, man. Shoot, a lot of you weak ass Negro females need to be extinct also, alongside you weak ass Negro males. And the best way to do that is for a lot of y'all to stop reproducing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop motherfucking reproducing. Because you are creating, all y'all doing is creating, all y'all have done really for the most part is just creating more incarcerated motherfuckers. Just putting more money in the hands of the state and the people that own private prisons. You know what? As a matter of fact, if you hoes stop reproducing, guess what? I'm about to open me up a private fucking prison and make some money out your fucking children that's going to end up in my prison within the next 20 fucking years. That's what I'm going to do. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. Make me some goddamn money. You know what I'm saying? If this fucking eugenics thing does not come to fruition, since we talking about ideas and making money, well, shit, us so-called black males, the true thinking black males should be opening up private prisons. All right, do Pookie and Ray Ray a favor and give them some place where they can lodge in and have a 3-course meal and a warm bed to sleep in without them paying any fucking bills. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, their labor will pay the bills of the prison. You know what I'm saying? And here's a, you know, I just find this ironic with a lot of you so-called black females, right? Within the Western Hemisphere, not just the United States, the Western Hemisphere, right? Is that after all these decades, after studies and studies, and after testimonials that you see of people ending up in these negative results when they engage in this sort of activity, you bitches still wear a fucking weave on top of your fucking head. What the fuck is wrong with you? All this results of females getting traction alopecia as a result of attaching and gluing some fake shit on top of their heads, right? Them getting a receding hairline like they a bunch of niggas. And even some of them actually getting cancer as a result of putting fucking chemicals inside of their fucking scalp, putting a chemical on their scalp to attach a wig on, in which a lot of these chemicals are not even made for the human skin. Y'all still go out and put these lace front wigs on top of your fucking heads. Something's wrong with your ass, man. Something's wrong with your ass. You know, I remember a time, right, where about, I'll say more than a decade ago, like I'll say during the 2000s, right? 2000s, possibly early 2010s, when you ask the average so-called black female, you know, sister, how come you wear weaves and perms? Why is that? Their number one excuse was, it's because black men like it. Black men don't find you attractive with your hair natural. They are more attracted to sisters that wear perms and wigs and weaves. So if you black men, you know, appreciate a black woman with their natural hair, maybe we'll stop wearing wigs, weaves, and perms and shit like that. This would be their number one excuse. I heard this all the time, blaming the black male collective as the reason why they attach that nonsense to their heads. But as soon as more and more so-called black males express their dislike for so-called black females to wear wigs, weaves, and perms and all this other bullshit, they turn around and change their excuse as to why they wear it. They turn around and say, well, that's because black females, we enjoy our hair to be put up on different styles. You know, we love different styles. We're very diverse. We love to have multiple options to put our hair in. I'm like, okay, so you mean to tell me you need to attach something fake to your hair in order to put your hair in different styles? You mean to tell me you can't do that with your own natural hair? Get the fuck out of here. That shit sound, yeah, Diverse. Yeah, diverse. Yeah, that's what they would use. That's the word that they would use, the key word that they would use when it comes to their new excuses as far as why they love to wear that fake shit on top of their fucked up ass heads. We just enjoy we just enjoy putting our hair in diverse styles and shit like that. Now, first, I'm just basing this on my own observation, and this is anecdotal, basically. So when I'm stating these things, I'm stating these things based on my own observations and conversations that I've had with many different so-called black females. All right, I don't have any documented evidence to prove that this is exactly the case. I'm just going by my personal experiences and conversations that I've had with multiple black females, where about a good 14, 15 years ago, when I would ask so-called black females that question, they would say that black males not finding natural hair attractive is the main reasons why they put these stuff on top of their heads, right? Now, as soon as you got more and more brothers expressing their dislike for wigs, weaves, and perms and all this other bullshit, I would witness personally a lot of so-called black females change their reasoning into some sort of fashion. Well, it's just the fashion of black females. We just enjoy a diverse of different styles and all this other stupid ass shit. You know? Yeah, it's a protective styles, all that other stupid ass shit. You know? Yeah. So the goalpost keeps changing. The goalpost keeps changing. You know, why can't you just be more honest and just say, hey, listen, the reason why I wear this stuff on top of my head is because I hate my own hair. Now, if somebody's honest enough to say that, I would not have a problem with it. I would not have a problem with it because, hey, if you hate yourself, that's on you. I don't hate myself. I love myself. But if you hate yourself, that's on you. But I'd respect the honesty. I'd respect the honesty. Just say that shit. And that's another thing with a lot of these weak Negro females. They're dishonest than a motherfucker. Woo, let's talk about the dishonesty with these bitches, man. They're dishonest than a motherfucker. It's like it's almost like dishonesty has become second nature to a lot of the weak ass Negro females out there. They're dishonest, very much so. It's like they wake up and they say, "What's the first thing I'm gonna do today?" Well, I'm gonna be dishonest. Shit, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do today? I just woke up. I'm gonna brush my teeth, take a shower, get me a new wig, go shopping, and then afterwards I'm gonna be dishonest. Before I cook dinner, I'm gonna be dishonest. You know what I'm saying? And let's just speak about, man, and don't and hold on for a minute. Yeah, okay. I forgot what I was about to say on 1 minute, and now I remember, right? Okay, right? Not only that, but when it comes to their honesty, when it comes to their, dishonesty, okay? When it comes to their dishonesty, they're very dishonest when it comes to how they treat a lot of so-called black males when they're in relationships and marriages with them. They're extremely dishonest. They're extremely dishonest or in denial when it comes to how they traumatize their children. A lot of them. They're very dishonest when it comes to that. Extremely. Extremely dishonest. They're very dishonest when it comes to the different manipulation games that they play on their mates and even on their own children. I mean, that's even worse. When you would sit there and manipulate your own children. One example of that is how a lot of these weak-ass Negro females manipulate their own children to have anger or even hatred towards their biological fathers. I've witnessed this, and I'm sure a lot of you people that's listening have witnessed this form of manipulation. Where for some, where, you know, I guess out of spite and out of bitterness, you know, they'll sit there and have, you know, these out of wedlock children by whichever nigga that they fucked, you know. And then because they're spiteful, they tend to be very spiteful, and they're angry at the father of their children for some petty fucking reason. They would play these games to deny the fathers of their children access to their children. Whether it's through court order, whether it's by them moving to someplace far away, whether it's by them finding an excuse for the father of their children to not visit their child, or just completely blocking the father of their children from seeing their fucking child. Whatever the case may be. They would then lie to their children and speak about how either your father's dead or your father just don't care about you. They would tell their children that. From the time they learn how to speak to when they become full-grown adults. Lie to their own children about their biological father as far as why he's not involved in their lives. This is some demonic ass shit. This is fucking very demonic. And doing that, a lot of their children grow up to be very traumatized. And have daddy issues. Thus, they come to spaces like these and show their daddy issues. And as a result of these children, and also as a result of them having daddy issues, you know, like usual, I'm just stating the obvious. I'm not saying anything that you guys haven't heard, known, or read about. I'm stating the fucking obvious. And also as a result of them having daddy issues, a lot of these children go elsewhere outside of the house, outside of that broken home that they grew up in, to look for that daddy figure. And a lot of times, who do they go to? They go to the wrong environments in search of that daddy figure, in search of that father figure. Some will go to gangs to find that positive male role model. They'll go to live in the life, they go to, to live in the life of crime in order to impress some older male criminal that they look upon as their father figure, and do what people in the black community call putting work for them. Or as far as so-called black females are concerned that possess these daddy issues, they'll go out in search of older males to have relationships with, and these older males will take advantage of them, abuse them, and manipulate them even further than they've already been manipulated. A lot of them will go to pimps and end up in the life of prostitution. as a result in search of impressing this pimp that they want to look upon as their father figure, being that they're in such a desperate search of a daddy figure. This is what's going on. And now a lot of them are going online in search of a father figure. And they go online in these spaces and latch on to these older male content creators that will give them some of the most terrible advice known to man. Basically tell them, be a failure like me. That's what these older male content creators, for the most part, will teach these motherfuckers. To be a failure like them. And this is all stems from these weak ass Negro females giving birth to someone else's child and not allowing the biological father or fathers of their child or children to be involved in their lives. This is some fucked up ass shit. So you weak ass Negro females, you got to go. Alongside with a lot of you weak ass Negro males. You got to go. See, we have to embrace eugenics. We have to embrace eugenics. Because eugenics can be a beautiful thing if used properly. Like I said before, what was wrong with eugenics in the past was that it was used improperly. See, I'm all for eugenics. But I'm for the proper use of eugenics. All right? Yeah. Yeah, Sigma. Some go to the church to look for daddy figures and get pimped out by that pastor, by that pork chop eating pastor. Yeah, Pastor Pork Chop. Who for the most part was a former pimp himself. But in order for him to no longer go to prison, he decided to use his gift of gab into something legitimate, which is Sunday morning preaching. What's going on? Sober Yahoo, Alonzo Hall, the All-Star Advisor, Toya the Tutor, the Bunker TV, all y'all, what's going on with y'all? The weak-ass Negro female, alongside her cheap-ass lace front wig, got to go. A lot of these dysfunctional people in so-called Black America got to go. They need to be extinct. Right now, what I'm seeing is that these dysfunctional so-called Black males and females are multiplying like cockroaches, man. And it's like you need a big giant can of fucking Raid to get them the hell out of your way. You got a lot of these weak ass Negro females who go to these churches, right? They go to these churches. Now, granted, most of you probably already know this already, but the so-called black church, ever since the early 1980s, have made how many billions of dollars in profits? The so-called black church altogether within the United States have made. I forgot exactly how many billions that they've made in profit, but it's mostly due to to their large following, which are a bunch of weak ass Negro females, man, sitting there going to church, look, think that God's going to give them a husband. And what these churches have done, most of them, not all of them, because there are some so-called religious institutions in Black America who are doing good things for across the so-called community or the lack thereof, but the overall majority of them are just are just sucking so-called Black America dry. Once again, I'm not saying nothing new. You guys already know that. I'm not saying anything new. You guys already know that. But they're being enabled by the money that their very large female following are giving to them. And a lot of these institutions, you guys already know, have not even done something as much as open up a goddamn garage inside of these neighborhoods. Like I said, some are doing. Some of these religious institutions are doing some good things out there in so-called Black neighborhoods, but the overall majority of them are just extorting the so-called Black neighborhoods, and they're being enabled by the dollar of their large female following. They have not put up institutions of education. They have not put up medical facilities or hospitals inside so-called Black American neighborhoods. Most of them have not put up businesses to provide or increase job opportunities to so-called Black people. But nonetheless, they're being enabled by the dollar of their large female following. And this is what happens when you have a large population of weak ass Negro females that they can even finance people who are extorting them, who are sucking the resources of so-called Black America dry. Yeah, it's, you know what it is. It's very profitable. It's very profitable to take advantage of weak ass Negro females. I mean, the weak ass Negro females have actually built million, if not $1 billion industry. Look at the hair care industry. I mean, Koreans can come to this country, barely speak no English, open up a shop in your local ghetto, all right, ghetto, and make bank. So the weak ass Negro female is actually grabbing up their resources. They taking all their resources, crumbling it into a big old ball, and bashing it in between their legs, and shooting a fadeaway shot into the goddamn arms of another group of people. That's what they're doing. They're saying, take my money, take my money, take it. We need eugenics. We need it, especially in these times. In the 21st century, oh man, eugenics would be something great. We need that shit. I moved to bring back eugenics within the United States. But it has to be used, but if we bring it back, it has to be used differently from when it was used in the past. We got to use it on dysfunctional people. So someone might ask, someone who may be listening to this might ask, say, okay, Wacky, how do you determine who's dysfunctional and who's not dysfunctional? And my answer is this. Take a look at your mother and you'll see who's dysfunctional. Motherfucker, I'm out of here.